Hey guys, what's going on? Chad here, and I'm bringing you guys a Maplestory video. And today was my very first day of third semester. I'm back in school now, and my very first day of school did not go very well for the Chadster. And just from the start of the day, like nothing went my way. It was terrible. For one, I'm not a morning person at all. Like I hate to wake up in the morning, especially like really early. And like when I wake up, I'm like a zombie. Like I am in a terrible mood, and I'm just really slow in the mornings. It takes me a while to wake up and stuff, but so I thought that I overslept, so I was kind of rushing to get ready and everything. For whatever reason, like on the first day of school, I kind of like to get there a little early. I don't know why. Like, who wants to get to school early? Like, really? But for whatever reason, I like to get to school early on the very first day. But anyway, so I was rushing, trying to get ready, trying to get to class. And so when I finally leave my house, I'm driving, and of course, life hits you sometimes. Life comes at you fast. I get stopped by like every freaking red light, and I'm trying to rush my way to class. I'm getting stopped by every red light, and it's like slowing me down. And I'm like, oh my god, can anything get worse? And I pretty much jinxed myself there. So I finally make it to school, and I see that it's packed. It's like bumper to bumper, just lines of cars, and it's insanely hard to find a parking spot. And my first class was in a building that I had never been to before on campus, so it took me a little bit to find it, but I actually finally found where I was supposed to go. And parking was just terrible. Oh my god, it took like 30 minutes just to find a parking spot. It was terrible. So I finally find a parking spot, and it's like really far from my class, and I'm like, oh my god, this sucks. Today sucks. And so I finally, park, and I get out of my car and I start walking to class. So I finally get to the classroom, and on the door there was a sign, and it said that Math 102 got moved to another building on the other side of campus. So I'm like, great, I'm here for no reason. I'm not going to make it early now, because now I have to go to the other side of campus, and traffic is insane. And then it also says that my class got moved to 11 o'clock, which was 3 hours later. So now I'm just like, wow, I woke up that early for no reason, and now I'm just here for 3 hours or whatever. So I start walking back to my car, and wouldn't you know it, the bottom drops out. It starts pouring down rain like you wouldn't believe. It was crazy. And I get soaked. It looked like I jumped into a swimming pool with all of my clothes on. It was that bad. So I finally get to my car. It was a pretty decent walk. It was like a 15-minute walk. And I'm just dripping rain. Oh, and I actually lost my car because I didn't know my way around, because it was a building I'd never been to before. And I actually forgot where I parked. So I lost my car, and I was trying to find my car. And at the same time, I'm getting like soaked with rain. It was just terrible. Oh my god. So when I finally get in my car, I have a few choice words with myself. And I decide, I got this next class coming up. So I drive to the new building, which both of my math classes, both my classes today were in the same building. In this new building where my math supposedly got moved to. So I drive to that building, which is halfway across campus, fighting the traffic and everything. So I finally make it there, and I have to sit and wait for my creative writing class. I believe the wait was like maybe 30 minutes or so. I'm just sitting in my car, and finally the rain lets up, and I go to my creative writing class. Nothing bad happened, thank God. I found it, and I gotta say, my creative writing teacher, I actually think she's gonna be a pretty good teacher. She seems really nice and easy to get along with, and yeah, I mean, The only thing we did in class was like go over the syllabus and everything like that, so nothing real special. No homework yet, which is nice. But anyway, so after that class was over, it was nearly 11 o'clock, which is when I thought my math class was supposed to start. So I walk to the math room and I sit down like everybody else, and the teacher goes over the roll and she says, is everybody where they need to be? She said that the section number was Math 102, section 005, I believe. And I sat there looking at my schedule, and I said to myself, like, this doesn't seem right. Like, and then I saw on my schedule that I'm Math section 001. So I asked the teacher, where is section 001 at? And she said she didn't know. So I just get up quietly and I walk out of the classroom and I find a lady in the hallway and I ask her where math section 1 is, or 001 is. And she told me, God, you guys are not going to believe this. She told me that math section 001 was in the building that I was supposed to go this morning with the sign on the door. So basically my whole day was nothing but fail. It was like just a really derpy day. The sign on the door basically fooled me because it said Math 102 section blah blah blah, and I thought that was my section. So I basically wasted that whole trip to the other side of campus while getting soaking wet for no reason. Today was freaking terrible. Not to mention, I actually missed my first class on the very first day of school. So obviously that makes me look bad, but I gotta say, today was a pretty rough day. I am very glad it's over, and all I can say is hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, comment, and toodles.